My Three Sons. Starring Fred MacMurray. And as Bub, William Frawley.
Oh, hi, Bub.
Hi. You're a little late for dinner, ain't you?
Only about 3 hours, huh? I grabbed a sandwich at the plant. Still have a lot of work I have to finish up tonight. No mail?
No mail? What are you talking about at this time of the month? I brought it down here. I've been checking on the bills.
Oh. Hey, what are you doing cleaning out the fireplace? That's Mike's chore.
The whole house could be full of ashes, and he'd find some darned excuse for not doing it. So it's easier to do it myself.
I don't know what's the matter with those guys. Chip didn't put his milk bottles out this morning. Robbie hasn't cleaned the garage in a week. Bill. Hey, what's this? To Dad from the boys. It's not Father's Day or my birthday.
No. It's be good to Dad so we get a raise in our allowance day.
They finally got around to it, huh? You know, if I've asked them once, I've asked them 1,000 times to stop talking about a raise in their allowances and to put the request down on paper in a businesslike way. Then we could discuss it. They want their allowances doubled. Well, they must be kidding.
Well, if they're kidding, that's the only thing they're doing around here. They're sure not doing any of their chores.
They want a trampoline in the backyard?
Yeah, they say they need that for off-duty relaxation.
You mean they want to relax from the work they're not doing? Contractors on my back all day, misprints in the specifications, blueprints lost, and now this. No wonder I got a headache.
Oh, the bills. Don't forget the bills.
More headaches. It's just too much. 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. That makes 4,032 hours a year. It's too much.
Hi, Dad. Boy, am I glad to see you. You got the list.
I got it.
Did you read it?
I read it.
Well, what do you think?
It's too much. It's just too much.
Hi, Dad. Glad to see you finally got home. We got it in writing. What do you think?
I think you ought to be in bed.
What do you have to go to bed? I thought we were going to talk first.
Yeah, Dad. You said when we got our demands in writing, you'd talk to us about them.
I'm sorry, but I have my chores to do. And I don't like to leave them undone, so Bub has to do them for me, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what did Robbie forget to do now?
Me? He didn't mean me. He meant you, didn't you, Dad?
He did not mean me. He meant you, Bean Brain.
Hi, Dad. How'd you like what we said about the trampoline?
What are you calling bean brain, knucklehead?
It was my idea about the trampoline, Dad.
I took out the milk bottles, didn't I?
Well, I took out the garbage can.
Then we can get a used one, if it's not used too much.
The fireplace. I'll bet you forgot to do the fireplace.
Hey, Dad!
Will you knock it off?
Yeah, come on, Chip. Cut it out. You heard Dad.
No time for kid stuff.
Well, if we could just start talking about allowances.
Where do we start?
You can start by going to bed.
Oh, gee, Dad, can't we have our talk first?
Hey, Dad, you promised.
Not so loud.
Hey, Dad, you promised.
Who broke a window with the Pearsons again? And this telephone bill. Boy.
Well, if we can't talk tonight, when can we talk?
I don't know, Mike. 151 quarts of... What's Bub feeding around here? The United States Navy? It's too much. It's just too much. I need an aspirin.
Well, if you don't know when we can talk, when will you know, Dad?
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm so beat I can hardly think, let alone talk.
Okay, we
A
understand.
man only has so many words to say every day, and I've already said mine. I'm talked out.
Sure, Dad, but think of all the...
And thought out.
What if I needed...
And pooped out.
But, Dad, all the trouble we went through...
Quiet, you guys. Can't you see Dad's bushed? Dad, if you could just set a time for us to talk about...
Pretty soon, please, Dad, because I'm broke, and if I don't get
We're
some
all
money...
broke.
Me too. I need some more...
Not so loud, Dumbo. Dad's tired.
Pipe down, Robbie.
Quiet, all of you. And go to bed.
Gee, Dad.
It's not fair.
Robbie's right. We put all our gripes down on paper just like you told us to. Well, it just doesn't seem fair.
Okay, so I'm unfair. Why don't you get a soapbox and go out in the corner and tell all the neighbors? Tell them you've got an unfair father who won't discuss an increase in your allowances until you start earning the money you're already getting. Or better still, if you think I'm so unfair, why don't you go out on strike? You know, walk up and down in front of the house carrying picket signs. Steve Douglas is unfair to his sons.
What's a strike?
Gee, Dad, we don't want to go on strike.
All right, don't go on strike. If you think things are so bad around here, join the Foreign Legion or something. But before you leave, I strongly suggest you all hit the sack. Right now. Good night. I'm sorry, fellas. It's just that I've had a rough day.
Wow. Yeah.
Is Dad talking about baseball?
He told us to do it. We were just following orders.
Gee, how come he wants us to go out and strike? Coach is always telling us not to.
Bob didn't have to do that fireplace. I was gonna do it tomorrow.
Every time I try to clean up the garage, Dad's car is always in the way.
Gee, who wants to go out and strike?
Sometimes it's the only way to get to first base.
Are you kidding? 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah, well, in this game, it's 1 strike and you're out. And when the umpire calls that on you, you're not just out, you're locked out.
Boy, that doesn't sound like much fun.
Well, that's the whole point, stupid. We gotta do something about this kid. He's getting dumber every minute.
How come you gotta ask so many questions when you don't know anything?
If I don't, how am I ever gonna find out anything?
Come in. Chip, why aren't you in bed?
Want a drink of water?
Well, go in the bathroom and get one, and then get to bed, will you, please?
Dad, how can you get to first base by striking out?
When the catcher drops the ball on the 3rd strike.
How come Robbie says you're out on the 1st strike?
Well, I don't know what he meant by that, Chip. But I guess none of us know quite what we're saying tonight. Maybe we'll all feel better in the morning, huh? Good night.
Night, Dad.
Well, Chip, don't forget your drink of water.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Now batting with 56 home runs and 410 RBIs, the league's leading hitter, that king of SWAT, Chip Bay Douglas. Wind up, here's the pitch.
Strike 1! You're out! At the old
Why did a young genius with your sense of humor ever join the Foreign Legion?
I don't want to talk about it. It's too ugly. Things got rough back home after we struck Dad. The whole town turned against us. I came here to forget.
If we ever get back to the post.
Yes?
If we ever get back to the post alive.
Yes, yes?
Don't forget to clean the bathroom.
Oh, Dad.
And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm here to see that justice is done. Hip, hip! Steve Douglas is a slave driver! Hip, hip! Steve Douglas is unfair! Hip, hip! Look at him! He's the enemy! We need your help to free the Douglas boy! He's almost on his knees! Get him! Get him! He's almost on his knees! He's almost on his knees! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! He's on his knees! We've got him! We've got him! We've got him! No! Let him go! He's my father! Let him alone! He's my father! Let go of him! He's my father! Let him alone! He's my father! Let him alone! He's my father! My father!
Hi. Anybody home? Hi, fellas. Sorry I'm late for dinner. Fellas? Robbie? Mike? Chip? It's me! Mike.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Well, it's almost 2:30. What are you doing up so late?
I got hungry.
Dreams are funny, aren't they? Huh? I fell asleep upstairs, and they're real funny.
Real, sometimes.
Yeah. You know, Mike, when you were a little fella, you used to have bad dreams once in a while. And you'd come flying into bed with Mom and me, and pretty soon you'd settle down and go to sleep again. And one of us would carry you back into your own bed. That was a long time ago. I guess you don't remember that.
Well, sure I do. Sort of.
Good cheese. Want some? You mean you can smell it from there? Tastes better than it smells. You know, this is nice. I mean, just the two of us sitting here talking like this. I'd forgotten how easy it is to talk to just one of you at a time. Yes, sir, it's real nice. Enjoy talking to you.
Unless it's about money. I didn't mean that. It just came out.
Sometimes that's when you say what you really mean, Mike. When it just comes out like that. Why don't we get it all out in the open, huh?
All right. Look, answer one thing. Can you afford to give us a raise?
Yes, I can afford it, Mike. But that's not the point.
Well, gee, a guy needs a little money in his pocket to operate, that's all. I mean, senior year's a lot of loot, Dad. I'm gonna have to rent a tux and pay for things like class pictures and class pins and games and the yearbook.
I know that all runs into money, Mike.
How do you think I feel when I pull into a service station with a gang of kids and say, fill her up, and then have to sneak 2 fingers out the window? I just gotta get a raise, Dad, or maybe I better quit school and get a job.
Oh, come on now, Mike. It's not that bad.
Oh, no? Even Robbie's in hock. He borrows from Fizzy to pay Streaky Beloff and then borrows from Streaky to pay Fizzy back. And Chip's broke, too, because I even have to borrow from him.
Well. Mike, I told you I'd read this, but I didn't want to discuss it because I thought your demands were unreasonable. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's talk about it, hmm?
Well, okay. Like I said, we've got so many expenses.
Well, then you'll just have to cut down.
I thought you said we were going to talk.
We are talking, Mike.
You're giving orders.
Oh, no, I'm just suggesting.
All right, suggest.
Now, let's not get emotional about it. Just say your piece and we'll go from there.
Well, boy.
But let's get down to the real issues. Let's not play cat and mouse with each other, huh?
Okay.
Now, you want your allowances doubled.
Right.
Well, that's out.
Out?
Well, just let me finish.
Well, if we're going to talk about it, let's at least be fair.
Now, wait a minute.
What good is talking going to do if you got your mind already made up? Out, you said, right off the bat. What good is talking about it going to do?
What do you want me to do? Put your demands on a silver platter and come crawling to you on my knees?
Get him! He's on his knees! He's on his knees! We've got him! We've got him! We've got him!
I'm sorry, Dad.
It's all right, Mike. Well, let's talk about this, huh? Now, you say you want your allowances doubled, hmm?
Yes, but...
Well, suppose you had a chance to double your allowances, but you had to do extra work for it. How would that be?
Oh, fine.
Okay. I will work out a pay scale for extra work you do around the house with bonuses for doing it in a hurry, and you get docked if you don't do it or you don't do it when it should be done. How's that?
Okay.
Now, this trampoline and some other things in here, that's just padding, isn't it?
Well...
Oh, now, come on, Mike. Let's be honest with each other. You knew I wouldn't go for everything in here, so a lot of it is just frosting, isn't it?
Well... Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so. Now, here, Mike, extra money for gas. What is that?
Well, I take Chip to school, and I'm always hauling Bub around someplace. I don't mind, except that, it comes out of my pocket.
Yeah, well, you've got a point there, Mike. We'll work out a fair mileage allowance for gas. We'll make it retroactive to, the beginning of last month. How'll that be?
Oh, swell. Of course, you understand, we don't expect to get paid for everything we do. I mean, we'll still do a lot of things for nothing, aside from our regular chores.
Oh, I hope so. And I'm always good for any unexpected expenses that might come up, like you're renting a tuxedo for the dance. That shouldn't come out of your allowance.
Oh, thanks.
So you see, Mike, it isn't all just black and white, is it?
I guess not.
Why don't you get a couple of pencils and some paper, and we'll really get to work on this thing.
Okay.
Well, Mike, that takes care of everything, doesn't it?
Well, I can't think of anything else. This is gonna work fine.
Of course, it's all subject to Robbie and Chip's approval.
Oh, they'll go for it. Don't worry.
Well, let's get to bed, huh?
Good thing we don't have to get up tomorrow.
Yeah. Clean this up so Bub doesn't get on our necks.
Shh, I was not yelling.
Yes, you were. You're yelling in your sleep. Shh, yourself.
What are you fellas doing out of bed?
Well, who can sleep when Dumbo here keeps grinding his teeth all night?
I was not grinding my teeth.
Shh. Bub's asleep in there. Now don't wake him up.
I was not grinding my teeth.
How can you tell what you're doing when you're asleep?
Well, I just know.
Now, come on. Let's get back to bed.
I'm hungry, Dad.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we might as well make it a party, huh? How about some cake and a glass of milk?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Robbie, come and look at this. Dad and I got this whole allowance thing worked out.
No kidding. Let me see.
Dad. How come you slammed the door in my face when I only had one strike?
What are you talking about?
In that bad dream I had.
You had a bad dream, too, huh?
Hey, how come I gotta do both the backyard and the garage?
Shh. Read the rest of it. You don't expect to get paid for doing nothing, do you?
So you see, Chip, this kind of strike has nothing to do with baseball. It's, well, it's a way of getting attention.
How do you mean, Dad?
Well, let's see, how can I explain it to you? Well, say you asked me nicely for a glass of water. Here's a fork, Rob.
Thank you.
And I didn't pay any attention to you. So you started pounding on the door and yelling that you wanted a glass of water, and I still didn't listen to you. So then you said to me, Dad, if you don't give me a glass of water, I'm going on strike. I'm going in my room and lock the door and never come out again.
Boy, I bet you'd get me a glass of water then.
No, maybe I wouldn't. Because, well, maybe I'd get mad and refuse to give you the water because I didn't want to be threatened. Then where would we be? You'd be in your room without the water, and I wouldn't have you to talk to or to play with or to help with the work around the house.
That'd sure be goofy.
So that's what retroactive means.
Not so loud.
Boy, that's great. Now I'll be able to pay off both Fizzy and Streaky.
Of course, most of the time these days, there's no need for a strike because the boss and the workers sit down at a table and work out their problems just like Mike and I did. That way, everybody comes out ahead.
Hey, Steve, for crying out loud, what's the big idea?
Oh, well, we were just working here on the
Hi,
thing.
Bob. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, we were just
What
going
kind
to
of an
bed.
example is this to set these fellas?
Well, Mike and I
Now,
started
don't
working
stop
on
and
the boys.
explain now. There's no reason on
Go to bed,
earth
boys.
to be sitting up to this hour of the night, chewing the rag. Now, just leave that where it is. Just put it down there. I'll take care of it.
All right.
Get these guys up to bed where they belong, will you? I do the best I can around here, but I need a little help, you know. Fine thing. Steve letting those kids sit up all night in a bull session at their age. And I get stuck with the mess. Dirty fireplace, dirty bathroom, dirty dishes. Dirty shame, that's what it is.
Good night, Chipper.
Not Dad.
Good night. Good night, Rob. See you at breakfast.
Breakfast, Dad? Do we have to get up?
Around lunchtime. Good night.
Night, Dad.
Good night, Mike.
Oh, Dad, thanks
For what?
for taking the time to talk.
Oh. Well, Mike, I guess there's not much use in being a father if you can't find time to talk to your own sons.
Well, at least you'll never have to worry about a strike in the Douglas household.
I'll go on a sit-down strike. That's what I'll do. Get myself a little action around here. Call attention to all the mess around this place. I might even print a sign and picket the place. Douglas family unfair to household help. That sounds pretty good to me.